like get around bigger transformation today, and what I'm going to demonstrate today is shoulder shrugs. Normally I'd have this on the rack, kind of run it off of there, might run back, might run forward. You could do this with dumbbells as well. I'm just going to kind of run from a deadlift into the shrugs. The big thing is making sure we're moving and eliciting those traps. It's not so much that I'm trying to just lift this part of the shoulder. I'm trying to make sure I'm getting my whole trap involved in this movement. A lot of times the shoulder blades become very sticky and stuck. That's why a lot of people have issues with their kind of movement, maybe a rear delt or whatnot, is that their deltoid becomes so tight and they're moving more from the humerus and the deltoid than they are from the shoulder blade. Now, a lot of research, people out there, even I got stuck into it, is kind of focusing more on stabilizing the shoulder blade, but you gotta understand, a lot of times they become so tight that that's really, they are already stabilized from the tightness. So we gotta free up that shoulder complex as much as we can to elicit as big a movement in the fascia as we can. And for years I had thought maybe shrugs weren't quite as necessary because everybody's using their traps. But there's a difference between using them when they're tense and then using them through a movement pattern. So the more we understand that, we got to keep that tissue moving, and we just don't want to tense it. And a lot of exercise out there, you might hear like clench the glutes or this or that. You got to understand, if we're clenching, the tissue's not moving. I'm using my other muscles to make that movement happen. So if I clench my bicep, I have other muscles that will flex my elbow. And those are the muscles that are predominantly going to end up doing the movement if and when I'm tensing. Now, not to say I can't tense and hold a little bit and release, and then tense again and release. It's a kind of whole different kind of theory or understanding and mechanics and movement pattern, but we don't want to be tensing all the time. So I get down to my deadlift position, core tight, pull it up. This is also really good, I started to think about it, your forearms, your arms in general, because you can take, really heavy weight, isn't that heavy, and get a huge response because your shoulders are that strong. So the more kind of shoulder shrugs we do, again, these big movement patterns, tissue moving, the better off we're going to be. Any questions, comments, feel free to reach out. Thank you.